Disclaimer. The following game is under my own rules, my own supervision. I'm not an expert on Vampire the Masquerade, I only like to tell stories. I'm taking the canon and basically doing whatever I want with it because golden rule of every single role-playing game, the canon is yours, do as you please. With that being said, welcome to night 6 of Vampire the Masquerade Centuries. Last part the players didn't know what to do about either using the gargoyles as a weapon and let everybody know, holy shit, the Tremere are horrible beings and they're doing an experiment with us, or come up with our weapon. In tonight's streaming, we have AT, yet again, Lula, with us is Breach, the Tremere, who is wondering what the hell I'm doing with my life. Sadly enough, one of our players decided to leave us because of a difference of opinion. So, oh Danny boy, the bells are calling. Let's do one moment of silence for him. And we have a new player. Kind of. Maybe. And we have a new player. Kind of.
What a dramatic moment of silence.
Yeah. Like I said, we have a new player, kind of, maybe. He's been part of the experiment of that gentleman gamer. God damn it, I want to DM to that guy one day. He's been on the social experiment, the sort of MMO on Facebook. Some of you might hear about it. He's been an admin there. He's been playing Vampire for a long time. So, would you please introduce yourself, Mr. Krumi?
Hey.
Okay, that was the longest introduction I have ever heard in my life.
Well, you've already done everything for me, my friend.
Anything you want to add?
Oh, no. I'm working on the character. I have to see how everything goes. But I'm just here to listen in to you guys.
By the way, I apologize in advance for whatever is going to happen in this game.
Good, I want to be in an orgy.
That's not... Wait, help me out. Which clans do orgies, usually? I mean, I'm thinking, Krumi, help me here, but isn't the Sukubai Club technically a BDSM club of vampires for vampires?
What club now?
Sukubai Club.
I'm not sure what that is.
No, okay. Basically, in the modern nights, there's a nightclub of vampires for vampires by vampires called the Sukubai Club. And holy shit! Do you know?
Right. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, why not?
I'm gonna say Lula BDSM with a Simishi.
Yes!
He will create you new G-spots.
Whoa.
So let me copy paste the link here. Okay. This goes here. This goes there. And also, for those of you who think I'm a lazy DM, surprise! I am! Kind of. Maybe. So, anyways, how's my sex life? Oh, yeah. You guys, during the night, the following night, I mean, it's getting nerd on. Every single vampire in the gathering is taking cover with the Nosferatu in their catacombs. Most of the vampires don't like this kind of life, but it's better than living outside and hoping for the sheriff and its ghouls, the hounds, to find you. What do you guys decide to do? You are all together. You have been talking a little bit here and there. Lisa, Lula, and Mr. M, you are together. You are in the same bathhouse catacombs of the Simishi. I mean, of the Nosferatu.
I know it to. I know it to my partner. Just
To the ghoul?
No. Remember Ats or Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Matt, what?
You know,
Yeah.
We're hyped here.
So what's your plan, dude?
Well, me? Well, obviously, I tell them, look around. Okay, so First, we're gonna need to gather some help for this. To begin with, we can't start up this operation if we don't have any help yet. We need to gather some people.
Mm-hmm.
Any ideas? Like, look towards anybody. Does anybody here know anybody who could help or could be an asset?
I'm gonna like pop my collar on my jacket and say I'm out of here. I know what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna leave and climb up to the near. I'm gonna like, are we in the sewers? Yeah, I'm gonna exit the sewers, and I'm gonna start scouting rooftops where I'm gonna stay to observe this fight that's gonna take place.
Okay, roll dexterity plus athletics.
Easy.
Okay. Or he's just like, okay. I look towards
I got
like,
your back, but I'm really limited on what I can do.
You just
Safe, I
hold on,
promise.
Matt.
Yeah.
I'm seeing how many successes you had. You had 2 criticals.
Yep.
You have 5, 6. You invented parkour, my man.
Oh yeah, dude. You already know.
Your character invented parkour. Congratulations. You jump from
Fuck
rooftop.
shit up.
You jump from rooftop to rooftop, and you can see a massive storm incoming to the city.
okay. Hey, can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Okay, so when will Kurami be done?
I can barely hear you. There's a lot of background noise. Fuck. Aww. Wait, the fuck?
Yeah. How many people will okay, sorry. When will Kurami be done?
What will done? Oh, with his character sheet?
The new yeah, the new guy. Yeah, with his character sheet.
Let me put it like this. He will come and go whenever somebody's in need. Whenever a child has lost a balloon or whenever a fish is bullying somebody, he will come as he please and he will leave as he wants. So, Lula, join the sewers. Your sire is better. She is now able to move by herself. By the way, Kurumi, basically, her sire was covered in cement and turned into a living statue. Because amuse me. She managed to rip the mask off, the cement mask, and she was able to make to place one of her old masks over her face. The first thing that she does when she sees you fully, you see this powerful ancient being, very fragile. She's still weak. You notice her still putting her clothes on, and you can notice that you can see her ribs. She's very badly nourished, and you can see this skeleton figurine slightly moving side to side like a specter, like a ghost heading your way. And the first thing she does is she grabs her hand around your head and takes you to her cold chest as she starts caressing your head, not saying anything, for a couple of moments. As you can only hear a whisper coming from under the mask. Only a thank you. What do you do?
That oddly makes my heart beat and it scares me, so I hold on to her tighter.
Roll courage. Roll.
Yeah, I just had to figure out where I was first.
Mm-hmm. You feel your heart beat for 2 seconds. She looks down upon you, wrapping her arms around you, as suddenly you feel the cold, shivering mask pressing your lips. The cold of both of you as she kisses you kindly, lovingly even. Hold on, be right back. See? 2 seconds.
The fuck? Get back here, Joe! You're the fucking DM! What are you doing? Fuck. As the players are suspended in a reality they do not understand, the DM walks away.
Blood orgy, come on!
Everyone is afraid of what may happen, what may entail in the future. As the DM helps his mother and his father find the cat that ran away, the players are left in the Dark Ages. Themselves to craft a story.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I can DM for as long as you guys want, but at one point, somebody will come to my house. I need to drop them a battery, and then I'll return to DM. Okay?
Okay.
So, what do you do, Lola? What do you do, crazy broken girl?
I hold on.
You see her, you see her looking at you and asking you if she might do something. What do you do? There's
I
something.
hold the side of her mask in my hand.
You see her getting close to you and doing with her thumb a small cut in your lip as she starts kissing you. She wants to bloodbound. Do you allow her? If you want to regenerate it before she does it, you can. If you feel it's like, no, dude, I like my independence.
I like my independence.
You heal quickly as she suddenly stops and she kisses you gently with her normal lips. She tells you that the prince allowed her time ago to have a lot of child, but he used to send them to suicide missions against the Inquisition. She utters as from under the mask you can see blood coming from the place where her eye should be. She tells you that she has lost many, and that she's glad that she can finally have one of her own. That being eternal is nothing but loneliness. Nothing but being completely abandoned. And it's nice to feel connected to something, to someone. To care about someone in a world that doesn't care about you. That's willing to torture you, that is willing to burn you, that is willing to kill your real children on a fireplace while branding your face and calling you a witch. What do you do? Oh, you
If she
son of a bitch. Sorry.
I tell her I would like to try what she was gonna do, because I wasn't sure what she was doing, because I knew vampire thing.
Sorry, somebody sent me something that makes me giggle. Kurumi, have you
Yes?
seen the movie Zoolander?
No, I don't think so.
Hold on, let me show you something very quickly. I'm about to break the mood. Tell me, Lula, do you cut yourself for her to drink your blood, or do you drink her blood, or what do you do? Blood exchange, what?
I cut my neck open with my nail.
A little bit of blood starts drooling outwards as she gets closer to you, starting to licking and kissing. You still don't know what you're feeling, but you feel something for her. She's still feeling something for you. She's still feeling like actual proper love beyond the flesh, beyond the attraction. Something incredibly inhuman. Hold on. There's something I need to show you. There. Hold on. Okay, I need to go to drop the thing. Be right back. 1 second. Al tiro, un segundo. ¿Copito? Papá, ¿te acuerdas la última vez que me dijiste que el Copito no salía cuando estaba lloviendo? Toma un rato. No, un rato.
Okay, if someone doesn't do a backflip on their next fucking, I don't know, action, I'm gonna be pissed. It's boring as fuck. Everyone's talking. We need to do shit. Let's do shit. Let's kill some motherfuckers. Huh?
That much I can't.
It's like, okay, you can shoot fireballs and shit. She's got like 3 attractiveness. Like, she could literally pull her boobs out and be like, check these puppies out and distract some shit. We can kill some shit and just get this over with.
I'm not arguing, but we're gonna have to kill his guardian. Oh wait, I could just have a ghoul and just have someone kill him. Yeah.
Fuck it, us 3 versus a ghoul. Who's gonna win? We're gonna win. I don't care if I die. Shit, I'll just make a new character.
Yeah, no, wait, no. I mean, actually, like, well, we could have like a ghoul. I could get ghouls to fight some. Okay, basically, do you know how to make ghouls?
Yeah, you let a human feed on your blood.
Okay, so basically we're gonna find some humans, turn them into ghouls.
Back.
So use them to directly or indirectly kill the prince when the time comes.
Okay, I'm back. Hold on, and very quickly,
I walked back from a friend's house because I saw this fucking being played. I was like, fuck yeah.
Also, Kurumi, when you go to meet the prince of the city, and the toreador notices that the prince is wearing white socks.
Alright.
I'm gonna put a dip in. Give me one.
Look at the group chat.
Yeah, I see it.
Sorry, after seeing that movie, I can only think of toreadors like that.
Wait.
So, yeah.
So John is going to meet the prince.
Hold on, let's go scene by scene. Let's go moment by moment. So.
I kind of crashed the party, but
yeah.
Hold on.
I got really excited when I saw the stream. I'm like fucking running home from a house that's 15 minutes away.
Hey, John, hold the fuck away! John, did you do? Fuck you! Hold on.
You missed like 4 games, man.
Because I fucking had a horrible sleep schedule, and now I fixed it, so fuck
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of
Awesome.
sleep schedule.
Glad to have you back.
Speaking of sleep schedule. Luna.
Huh?
You can feel your sire drinking your blood slowly, as she starts kissing you with her mask, with her fake face to yours. In the catacombs, every single chamber area is divided by this hospital bedrooms, like covered with a blanket. She looks at you. As she drinks a little bit of your blood, you notice how her bones start being covered by flesh and meat, and she looks pale. Roll perception. Plus empathy.
Raw perception, where's that?
Top of the sheet, right side, first skill.
Oh fuck. I hope my... Okay, my character's sheet's still there.
Okay, you almost died there, do you?
Perception and what?
Empathy.
Almost cried. Not died, cried. Also, someone
Is she
took
gonna
the
suck me dry? Oh no, she's not. Okay.
No, she's not a fucking... I was going to say no, she's not a fucking I was going to say she's not a fucking psychopath.
Fuck that bitch, man.
Hold on.
I'm telling you, you better have sex with this girl
Hold on.
right now.
I was going to say she's not a fucking psychopath, but then again she's a Malkavian.
Do something exciting, people.
Lula, For 1 second, you see her removing her clothes. Her skin is completely. Okay, let me. You see her completely naked, and all that she does, you can see her. I mean, for 1 second, you see her completely naked. You see her every corner. You can see that her body's bound with some scars of all the wars, some scars that say with the word witch. She hold on. You see her leaning in closer towards you? Hold on. As she starts getting your clothes off. The only thing that remains is the mask. The white mask, and nothing more. Do you do it? Lola?
I bite her neck.
You bite her neck. Roll willpower. Or roll courage. I mean, roll willpower. Difficulty 9.
That's high as fuck.
Yeah, because she's fighting her mental disease.
Can she spend a blood point?
No. Blood points don't work.
Power?
Holy shit. Okay. You don't feel emotions, nor you feel everything through rational thinking. You are a broken doll. Your mind works only to make you to feel the universe in a very emotionless way. And for 1 second, as you drink a
What? Cool.
as for 1 second, as you drink her blood, you feel that word is slowly trying to form in your mouth as you kiss her neck. That four-letter word. That four-letter word that defines everything, that breaks worlds, that shatters universes, that brings everything back, that brings hope and despair at the same time. And for 1 second, just for 1 second, you feel alive, and everything goes into darkness, as both of your bodies are not cold anymore. They're one. In the meantime, guys, Salvador.
Yay, I'm back.
Okay, so you go to the prince. Okay, AT, your turn. Sorry.
Fuck yeah, dude!
Now, Salvador. Situation.
I'm about to start lifting weights, dude. I'm getting excited. I'm trying to fuck some shit up.
Situation. The Tremere have been hunted through the city and been killed.
Okay.
I mean, I'm trading this to John's character for what he's been for what he's seen lately. One of the leaders of one of the elders was killed. Okay, and rumor has it that he was killed by Bali. Balis are basically fucking satanic, heavy metal kind of vampires. You know, the guys who praise Satan because that's cool. Yeah. The High Clan's a little bit afraid. They made a curfew. Okay. There's been a lot of movement around the city, and there was a chapel that was attacked by a mage and by the Inquisition. The killing of Marcus of Tremere forced the prince to smile and gather himself a party. On the Elysium, because that's where you've been hanging out lately, the girl that you spoke to last time, she hasn't showed up. Okay? Mm-hmm. By the way, I'm talking to John. I'm talking to John's character.
You just said to me. What?
I was pulling John's leg. No, dude, you're doing your Batman stuff, brooding while looking from the rooftops.
I want to like crawl like a Wolverine above the fucking people, like an animal, like a wolf, and just like peer at everything and use my perception and look for weak things to murder, because I'm a fucking predator.
Do you want to lose you?
Sounds like a dick.
Do you want?
I'm trying to play with that mindset, the gangrel mindset. Like I'm a fucking beast. Like I just.
You want to lose humanity because that's how you lose humanity. Okay.
Yeah, but I can choose a path once I lose my humanity.
Sure.
Yeah.
Salvador. The prince has offered a party to his followers. The news that's been spreading the most through rumors between people in the Elysium is that there's been a war going in Spain, from the Kingdom of Castilla, heading to France, and heading to England, which is the war of the lower clans. What somebody are calling the Bitter Crusade. By the way, that's the name of a book, but I'm not sure if it's related to the story I'm telling. Remember, I'm having sex with the rules today.
Yeah.
The last thing you have heard from first hand through your sire is that the elder of the clan La Sombra has been spreading the news that the prince managed to torture and break the mind of one of the Malkavians and her child by making her publicly show how insane she was, by making her a harlot of the tribe, making her masturbate in public, just because of the shit and giggles, and that she was left humiliated with her sire, who was torn into a statue. Roll! I'm gonna give you roll. What's the name? Common sense. No, compulsion. No. What's the word? Consciousness. Thank you.
I can't even sit still right now.
Okay.
Like
Hold on.
2.5 gate outs. Creates
dude.
shakes, and I'm like,
Dude, I'm seeing
fuck.
some of those roll, and I'm like, you don't think that's evil? You think that's normal in the vampire community after all the things you've seen? You don't think there's something wrong with the prince? It's like, okay, that if that does it for him, well, that's a thing. Who am I to judge? For the last couple of nights, you've been wearing nothing else but a wooden sword as your sire, and has been teaching you how to handle swords, how to talk to people, how to recognize clan symbols. So your nights are fencing, learning politics, learning the ways of La Sombra, of the shadows, of living in the darkness, to avoid sunlight, to avoid any kind of light, for light is your enemy. You have learned that you feel you're weaker the closer you are to exposition to the light, and you're stronger the more time you're away from it. Basically, system-wise, whenever there's whenever there's light around you, for any discipline roll, you roll with 2 die less. Okay. Your sire fully supports the Prince Andre, and the lower clans have gone missing, but they don't care. After all, they're just the tools. What do you do? What do you think about the whole situation? Would you join the lower clans to fight the power, or do you don't care about them?
In my mind, I don't care about the war itself. I care about the fact that we're all fucking vampires, and people are treating each other as if we're tools. Like everyone else is treating each other like they're expendable.
So, for what you have,
in other words, I feel threatened that my knowledge of other clans is being threatened, being taken away from me.
well, you know that basically the higher clans will always see the lower clans as something that they can expand and they can use and destroy as they please. What will you do about it? Will you rebel to your sire? Will you join the cause? Will you escape it? What is your plan?
I will try to hide the fact that I'm going to help the lower clans by like coming back home at correct times, you know, essentially following the rules but not following the rules.
Okay. While you're at Elysium, You are hearing conversation from other vampires as they tell that roll perception. Okay, as you're into that place, you're gonna hear a conversation coming from one side to the other. Suddenly, you see a misshapen figure wearing a cloak. His mouth is parted in half, as you can see the personal ghoul of the sheriff getting close to you and offering you a letter with a candle seal. What do you do?
I take the letter, of course.
Do you check it?
I'll check it right in front of the ghoul, like, seeing that I'm very cooperative.
How much academics do you have?
3.
You have been formally invited to the celebration of the defeat of the magic users. You are to come formally dressed in the Prince Manor, the north of France. You might bring one ghoul on your sire.
And it's addressed to me, not my sire.
To you, I mean, she might have gotten her own letter.
I essentially, like, thank the ghoul and head home to ask Eva about this.
Okay. Roll perception. What the fuck's wrong with your rolls, dude?
They're fucking amazing when they need to be.
You start walking home through the alleyways until you hear something, whispers coming from one of the alleys. Like, do we have to go there? It's necessarily we have to. But it's disgusting. I do not care, we need to go there. ASAP. You see a blonde figure and a red-haired figure jumping into the sewers. What do you do?
Into the sewers?
Yes.
Does my character know about all the different types of vampires?
Yes. Eva gave you the basic lessons, but she never showed you pictures of anyone. Only the clans.
And my clothes are nice right now because that's what Eva makes me wear, right?
Your clothes are not fancy, but they're pretty nice. I mean, a white shirt, black pants.
I like sort of walk towards the sewer a little bit, take a look at my clothes, and then can't bring myself to do it and leave.
Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back. But you know that they're meeting in the sewers. You go to Eva's.
I'll peek my head in the sewers and, like, essentially be like, hey, see if I can get the attention of those two figures again.
Let me roll perception. Okay. The first figure is far gone. You can only hear echoes sometimes, like she's moving incredibly fast through the water. The second one, looks at you, and through the through the moonlight, you can see. Through the dying moonlight, you see two big pale eyes, blonde hair. She's dressed in red. She looks at you, and she doesn't know how to react. For 1 second, she doesn't know if she should attack you or not. Let me do odds or evens picks. Pick.
Huh?
Odds or evens.
Evens.
She looks at you, and she just says, "Hi."
I introduce myself as Salvador, the Truth of La Sombra. essentially saying I'm not here for any harm. I just overheard some conversation, overheard what they were saying, and want to ask her a little bit about it.
She looks at you going like, I am Delilah Orchid, child of Morgan Orchid. Sis? She shouts through the sewers, but no one replies. She looks at you like, are you one of the hounds?
I shake my head no. I essentially like try to quickly look up and look around to see if any of the hounds are nearby.
Roll perception. Do you notice there's a big crowd coming to the street? I mean, to the next street. So most of them are soldiers, and then in between the soldiers you notice a cloaked figure. For 1 second he disappears, and you notice that he smelled you, he can sense you, and he's coming. He's a ghoul, but you don't know how strong a ghoul can be.
I quickly look back and say I gotta go and start running back home.
Roll dexterity plus athletics.
I nearly put 2 when I had 4. I'm fucking gone!
I'm gonna do a roll.
Oh man.
I'm being chased. My ass is being chased. I'm scared.
Holy shit!
There you go.
You start
Looks like John just got caught.
You start running through the alleyways, trying to find your way home, as you notice this figure basically teleporting around you. I'm going like, oh, do I smell a betrayer? The man starts walking towards you, drawing a long sword and drawing a wooden stake, saying, Mrs. Eva wouldn't like to know that her latest child is thinking about helping the rebellion, would she?
I smile. No, she would not. And also, it wouldn't be nice to tell lies.
The figure smiles, saying, I don't lie, but that's for the prince to judge. There's 2 ways we can do this. You can follow me and take you to the sheriff, or I could stake you and drag your ass to the sheriff.
And what happens if I pick either one?
Well, it was self-defense. Accidents happened. You see him holding the sword in his hands, closing his fist around it. What do you do?
I smile. I kind of chuckle. You're not very cooperative, are you? Fine, I'll meet the sheriff.
Do you give up?
Not really give up. I'm just buying my time right now.
The man whistles. As far away you can hear people going to your way. A large group. He's summoning other hounds. What will you do? Will you fight them? Will you fight them, or will you escape them, or will you collaborate?
Go and try to escape. I'm gonna use. Are we in like an alley?
Yeah.
I try to use nocturnal.
Okay. Do you have the system over there, or how to trigger it? Hold on.
I could use a little refresher though.
Hold on. Where's the book? Okay, here you are, you motherfucker. Alright. Hold on. Quitus, Serpentus, Obstineration. Where is Obstineration? How is
I'm gonna bang my head on this wall.
Roll Perception. 80.
You want me to roll perception?
Yes.
Oh, you fucked up, man. Oh, you fucked up. Uh-oh.
Fucking save me, motherfucker.
I'm trying. I'm on the rooftops, man. I'm just growling, looking for things to happen.
I'm Bumper Man. Bumper Man does whatever a bumper does.
Oh man, I'm just ready to get some action. I'm just
Okay.
getting animalistic. I'm ready
Shadow play. Okay. Nocturne. Roll manipulation plus occult. Difficulty 7.
Manipulation plus a call. Yes. Yes. /R. 4, 5, 6.
And I believe you. Cream.
Wait. There's a success there.
Oh, wait. This
I mean,
goes
you're
here.
kinda
This
like,
goes here. No, you have 2 successes.
He's got 3.
Remember, the ones cancel
But the
the.
2 ones cancel. Yeah, he's got 1 success.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if 7 counts, but
Okay. You just. Do you cover yourself in the nocturne shadows or not?
I cover both me and the Hound in Nocturne Shadows. I'm assuming I have my Caltrops back, so I throw them on the ground as I proceed to get out. Essentially have the darkness follow me as I run.
Chromie, you there, buddy? No, I think he's pondering his guys there still. Roll dexterity plus athletics to run away. By the way, AT, you hear a whistle, a loud whistle, like somebody calling other people through the city.
Do I hear this?
No, AT does hear that because you're in the sewers
so
breach.
I'm not in the sewers. I'm on a rooftop.
I mean, you're in the rooftops, AT. You can hear that.
Okay, I hear a whistle. It's just a whistle.
Like, like, God damn it, I cannot do it. Like somebody putting his fingers in his mouth and being loud.
I'm gonna like get on all fours or on my 2 hind legs, and I'm gonna like kind of peek my ear up, and I want to roll awareness and or would it be awareness to try to see where it's coming from?
Perception plus awareness, yes.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So,
Salvador.
At least I have 9 lives. Like,
alertness
that's the
plus
good thing.
perception.
John.
Alertness and perception, just to
Yeah.
be clear.
Yes.
Okay.
John,
Alright.
you throw the things. Hold on, let me do a couple of rolls because you can see in the back. Holy shit!
Whoa! Fuck yeah!
I'm getting saved tonight.
I got your back, John. I got this shit, dude.
Okay.
Does he tell his group about this, or?
No, I'm going there. I'm helping my boy John. I don't
John,
know what's. I'm helping my boy John. He needs help.
Yeah, I could help too, but I will
You're
not
in the
know.
sewers. I can't hear you. You're in the sewers.
By the way, in the sewers, they're bringing you books to try to figure out if you can pull
Yeah,
any.
they're bringing you books so you can do what you needed to do as far as the weapon goes. But right now, I'm trying to save John while you're safe in the sewers.
Okay, fine. Read the books. What do I find out?
Roll intelligence plus occult. Johnny, you start running through the roof, through the city, as you can hear the shadow moves around you. You can hear it whispering and doing weird echoes. Why are you rolling a d20?
Sorry, that was a mistake.
I didn't roll a d. Oh.
Oh.
Never mind.
ST. I mean, the books are nice, but they need more drawings.
Okay, fine.
They're made of. Hold on, you discovered they're made of paper.
Can I do anything else while I'm laying down there?
Whatever you like, but you know that the Tremere are infamous for having rituals.
Fine, okay. What kind of ritual can I make right now?
You need to figure it out. I'm not gonna tell you. You need to figure out what you're capable of. Guys, you keep running as you can notice from some of the street corners. About five or six hounds are following you. Some of the ones who get closer to the shadows, they look afraid of what's inside. Others, their eyes gleam as they say, "He's moving that way," as they can see through the shadows. As suddenly you can hear something moving on the rooftops. You look behind and you see a cloaked figure sinking his claws as he crawls through the sides of the buildings, jumping sometimes to avoid falling to the emptiness. AT, you can see a massive dark cloud being chased by about 10 hounds.
Hounds or what? What are hounds?
Hounds is the name of the deputies of the sheriff. I mean, of the sheriff and the prince.
Where's John at? Because I thought I got some really good
in that
successes
dark
on
map.
him.
He is the dark cloud.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna, dude. Can I like transform and go beast mode and chase him down?
How much protein do you have?
I have 2 protean.
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna haul my ass over there.
I mean, you can. Hold on. Let me tell you what you can do with protein.
Wait. I'm gonna try to flank him. I'm gonna try to run in the direction John's running in, like ahead of him. So when he gets to where, I want to run in the direction where I end up in front of him. So while he's running, he'll reach me, and I'll just unleash this unholy beatdown, totally animalistic, and just go crazy.
Hold on. Let me. Potence. Where? It should be presence.
Actually, let me explain it better for more immersion.
Protein. Okay, here it is. First power you can see normally in the darkness. Okay. Second power you can grow your claws. Third power you can. Oh no. Third power you can. You can meld with the earth. You can make earth swallow you wholly and fully. Fourth power you can shapeshift. You can turn into things like animals.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, so you can turn into cockroaches or into large amount of bats and so on. Fifth level, hold on. You can abandon the humanoid form to turn into something like hold on. You can turn yourself into ghost, into mist, stuff like that.
Okay. So, what are we gonna do about this situation?
You
Are we
can
gonna be able to roll, or
spend 1 point or 1 blood point to create your claws. I mean, no, you have them already out. Roll dexterity plus melee. I mean plus brawl.
melee?
Brawl, sorry.
Dexterity plus brawl?
Yes.
Oh, dude, sick. Whoa, yeah, boy. Fuck yeah.
You got 3 successes.
Yeah. That's a crazy, weird roll, man. God damn.
Scared. I don't want to die.
I got your back, John. I'm coming to get you.
You jump towards the first guy as he draws his sword, getting ready to attack to the shadows. And through. What happened, Bunny? What was that?
Oh, my grandma's leaving.
Okay, who left?
Her grandma. So let's go. Come on.
Okay. Oh, Gurumi is off. Hold on. So.
Also, did Nocturnal cost a blood point or did it not?
Yes. You jump through the shadows. Roll courage as you fall through the shadows. By the way, buddy.
Me?
Yeah.
All
A
right.
shadow has side effects sometimes.
I don't know if I got this.
Have you ever seen the movie The Mist?
No.
Good.
Yeah, I have. With the tanks and shit, the dude's family dies.
The guy's stuck in the small supermarket with monsters in the shadow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
change the mist for complete another darkness.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's what this guy can do.
So what does that have to do with me going in there and fucking shit up?
Because he's gonna scare the living shit out of you to go through that mist.
I refuse to be scared. Fuck that. Nothing scares me.
You feel a little bit frightened for the.
I hear him land, don't I?
What?
I hear him land, like right behind me, right?
Yeah. You jump through the darkness as your claws extend. The first guy doesn't react, but you manage to claw him through the stomach to his shoulder. Roll damage.
So what's damage?
You roll strength plus 1 die, difficulty 5.
Strength plus 1 die?
Yeah.
Oh, please. These dudes are fucking butter, dude.
Difficulty 5. Don't worry, the ones don't cancel it. Okay. Your claws move through him as the blood splatters all over. The guy's still alive, but he loses his arm. His arm with the sword flakes over, hitting the other guy in the face. One of the other soldiers draws 2 knives and he starts moving very fast towards you, like almost like teleportation.
Okay. I'm going to extend my claws out in his face while he's running, like to kind of like kill him.
Roll dodge. Dexterity plus dodge.
Oh, okay.
Difficulty 8.
Wait, what plus dodge?
Dexterity.
Dexterity plus dodge?
Difficulty 8, yes.
Oh man. Fuck yeah.
You are 20 dodge.
Oh fuck.
Roll.
I mean, it's
roll stamina.
average. Roll stamina?
Yeah.
Alright. Slash roll.
Oh.
You take 3 lethal. You extend your arm towards him, as suddenly you can see his blade sinking into your arm, sinking to your shoulder, and sinking to your chest in less than 1 second as he moves away very quickly.
Wait, can I try to do something to...
Yeah.
Even though, like, I have... Hold on, because I have, like, fortitude and all types of shit.
Did you activate the fortitude?
I didn't know I could.
Oh, hold on, no, wait. Roll again, but with the die of fortitude, sorry. But you need to trigger it.
What? Roll what?
Stamina. Sorry, I'm high.
Plus stamina plus fortitude.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay, he manages to stab you a couple of times, but the wounds, he doesn't manage to penetrate your skin. But he moves quickly back away. What do you do, buddy? What do you do, John?
Seeing that a whole bunch of fighting's happening behind me, I push the shadow to the point where, because I'm assuming Matt can't see right now, right?
No, he's too focused on the soldiers in front of him.
So he doesn't.
Take your shots while I got him distracted.
I use the next ability after Nocturnal, the arms.
Okay, spend 1 blood point.
And then I roll manipulate. Wait, what was it? Manipulation plus a colt, it says.
Yes.
So manipulation is at 4. So slash R6 D10.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. Serpentis, Potence, Quietus. Hold on. Protein. This shit is observation. Hold on, let me. Okay, here it is. Arms of Ahriman. You need to spend. Hold on. Manipulation plus melee.
Huh?
Manipulation plus melee.
So I roll 3 dice because I don't have melee.
Yes. And you don't need to spend blood. You can do it. Oh no, you need to spend blood. Yeah, 1 blood. Yeah.
Can I use 9 lives to re-roll that one?
I
have that as a...
Sure.
So do I re-roll all of it or just
Manipulation plus brawl. I mean plus melee. Sorry.
3d10?
Holy
There we go.
Fucking god.
Okay, 2 successes. That means you managed to create 2 arms right now. No, 3 arms. How much observation do you have?
3.
Okay, their stamina, dexterity, and I mean, their physical stats are at level 3. For every blood point you spend, you can increase it on the tentacles.
So how far can they go?
You, I mean, it's not that how far. I mean, if you spend 1 blood point now and 1 blood point later, they can have each one of the stats at 5.
I'll spend the blood point then.
Okay, so now their strength is 4.
And essentially, what I'm trying to do is since because there's like 5 guys, right?
Yes.
What I do is I try to move the arms so that Matt's only fighting 1-on-1 instead of like 5-on-1 and push the others back.
Okay, roll dexterity plus melee. I mean plus brawl, sorry.
R1D10.
Okay, alright, cool.
Let me see one of them. I damn managed to roll. Do a dodge.
Huh?
3 of them managed to react, or 2 you managed to grab them by the waistline. I mean, one of them by the feet, the other one through the arm. The tentacles are big, but not are that big. They're like, what the fuck? Suddenly, from behind the street, you see a pack of 3 wolves rushing towards the soldiers. One of the wolves jumps and bites the shoulder of the soldier. The other jumps towards the soldier as it starts becoming a humanoid figure. His claws sink through his head, down through his ass, opening the guy in half. The third one, you can roll again. The third one rushes towards the place as he grabs one of the soldiers by the face, falling to the ground and melting with the ground as the soldier screams as the earth swallows him. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to like run through all the ones that are being attacked and just kind of like knock them down on the ground so his tentacles can like kill them. But I just want to get them on the ground so they can't move.
Okay, roll the 30 plus melee. Also, you notice that the wolf is your sire. The guy who cut the other guy in half is Barbados. And the third guy is Beckett.
So, you mean brawl, not melee?
Yeah, brawl, sorry.
Okay.
By the way, through all of this, my guy's going to be fucking terrified and just fall on his ass.
I didn't do a very good job. I did terrible.
Oh, so can I make a roll for reading the book again?
Yeah.
Pretty colors.
One success at least.
Hold on. Let me finish this scene and I'm gonna read the rituals that the Tremere have and let me see if I can offer you something interesting.
Dude, I literally just fell on my ass trying to knock people over.
One of the soldiers managed to try to stab you with his broadsword. Roll stamina plus fortitude.
Me?
Yeah, because you tried to punch one of the guys, he reacts and he's going to stab you, yeah.
Oh, dude, he fucked with the wrong guy.
Rolls all ones.
I better not.
Right guy.
I've seen it happen.
Oh, wait, yeah, wait. Yeah. It was dexterity plus fortitude, right?
No, it's stamina.
Oh, okay.
He sinks the blade through your chest.
I rolled the wrong shit.
Okay.
You fucking lucky.
I'm so sorry. There we go, that's better.
He impales you into the ground as the sword goes through your heart and chest. He sinks the... Hold on, the guy, he looks very normal. He sinks this massive broadsword onto the ground. You can see some sparkles coming from the back of the sword as he holds into the ground. You took...
While he's being attacked and tripped, he's going to stab me through my heart.
Yeah, but not a stake. He's stabbing you with a sword.
Yeah, while he's being tripped and mauled by a dog, he's going to stab me through the heart.
Yeah. He's standing up like, motherfuck! And now he's going to grab the dog by the neck.
So what was his failure? What was his failure? Was it below 3?
Dude, he got a 10, a 7, a 10, and you got a 9 and 2 7s. My numbers are bigger.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
You took you took 4 damage, by the way. You're still alive, but you're pinned to the ground by a sword.
I shout at the guy. To try to get his attention, essentially saying, "Hey, your target's over here, dumbass."
You see the guy. Go
I
ahead.
try to use dominate on him, and the one word that I say for my dominate is sleep.
Okay. As the wolf is chewing onto his neck, the guy is screaming in pain and agony. As he looks at you, his eyes locked into yours.
And I simply say sleep.
Roll. Dementation. No. Not dementation. Hold on. Dominate. Manipulation plus intimidation.
Manipulation plus intimidation?
Yeah. Get a 3 or higher. I mean, get more than 3 successes.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. You say the words as he looks at you and like slowly starts fumbling to the side, like trying to hold his head, like trying to pass out but not wanting to. The dog jumps away from him as he starts bleeding to death, while moving side to side, very confused like. He falls to the ground as he slowly starts falling asleep while bleeding to death. The wolf turns into a woman. She pushes her feet to your chest, AT, and pulls the long sword from your chest slowly. Your sire looks down at you and tells you, "Are you okay?"
I say, fuck no, I'm not okay.
Spend blood to regenerate. 1 each lethal damage.
That's fine. Okay.
Somehow I got out of that unscathed. Yay!
You see at the from the
I still have plenty blood, but okay.
From the ground, you see this figure slowly walking towards you, like as if he was deep into water. You notice 2 yellowish eyes that lie upon yours. As the man goes like, "Ah, interesting. I haven't seen a La Sombra in action in a long time. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Beckett. These are my companions. The man who fought the others is Giza. The lady is Lady Fiorella, and the older gentleman is Mr. Barbados. And what your name might be?"
While he's talking, I write it down, kind of forgetting to say my own name, because that's my thing. And then I realize I don't say my name. I'm like, "Oh, Salvador de Truth." Now, if you may excuse me, I kinda need to go home, and I ask this very politely. Can you guys please get rid of these bodies so that Prince doesn't hear about it? I'm trying to keep.
So we just defeated the soldiers and then we left.
I mean, the guy is asking you to leave. You see that Beckett is like Salvador, John's character. Like, can you?
You want me to leave, John? I just healed up.
No. I'm sorry, but I gotta leave. Like, I gotta make sure something isn't right. I'm clearly worried right now.
Do you see how the Beckett smiles, his long grin, and goes like, "I see. Well, if you are to need us, we'll be at the sewers with the Nosferatu. Since you are able to fight the powers that be, I noticed that you might be interesting for the cause. But what do I know? I'm just an archaeologist. I gladly invite you to join us anytime that you might convene."
I nod, and then I bring up, wait, you guys are rebelling against the king? Like, kind of confused.
Prince, yeah.
Most of them not, but do you see Beckett saying, "The king is dead, long live the king"?
I smile and hand him the note. Hand him the letter because I still have it in my hand. And say, "This may be your big chance, good sir."
You see that Beckett smiles and looks at you saying, you see, the De La Sombra are not complete monsters. At least they have some sense of decency. Well, my good sir, was a pleasure meeting you. Might we cross paths yet again? Good evening.
Beckett's saying this while he's mauling somebody, right?
No, he basically sank somebody into the... He made somebody melt into the ground, basically.
What about the other soldiers?
Their soldiers, well, they're running afraid, most of them.
Alright, cool.
I see that they're running and I panic and I point at them and I say, those guys cannot make it back to the prince.
Do not worry, we'll handle them in time. For now, I must admit that your considerations are well taken care of. Good evening. You see the Beckett saying, turning his back towards you and heading to the sewers with the rest.
I kind of sigh and say the only two things I care about is knowledge about vampires and my sire.
As soon as you said knowledge about vampires, Beckett turns into a massive smile, and he only says, "We will be more than acquaintances, my good friend. But as for your sire, don't worry about her or him. No, at least not for now."
I like that John's kind of fucking with my clan right now. It's pretty dope. Beckett's really cool.
And I don't know a thing. What's happening?
Beckett is cool because he's not an idiot.
No, I mean, I literally have... My kid has no idea what's happening, like, he's just reading a book. Like, okay, what do I find out?
Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, son of a bitch! Let me see if I can give you any good, interesting rituals that could help you or save the party. Don't you know you never save the party? So you go back to your sire. She doesn't suspect a thing, okay? Since you didn't got injured or anything, your clothes are completely fine. Okay, contacting mentally your sire, but your sire is dead. Okay, this is interesting. Defense of the sacred heaven. Basically, you can avoid sunlight for entering to a place.
Oh.
Okay, so level 1. Let's see. Deflection of good and doom. Oh, deflection of good and doom basically avoids. It lasts one night. If somebody tries to stab you in the heart, they won't be able to find your heart, so you're safe. Devil's touch. Earned double touch is under. Places a penny on one of the purchase target. Okay, no, this is to have somebody having their day fucked up. Wake the evening freshness. Waking up. Okay, wake the evening's freshness. If somebody enters your safe haven, you will be wake up even if it's in the middle of daylight, because to be ready. Revelation of the.
This is all good.
Hold on. Revelation of the blood lineage. This is level 2. 3 hours to cast. You can uncover the lineage and blood ties of another vampire. Donning the Mask of Shadows. It makes somebody look partially invisible, translucent. Principal focus Vitae infusion. This is level 2. Oh! You're gonna have an object that basically infuses blood to others. It's like a flask of blood that has more blood than supposed to have, you know? War versus ghouls. Zimishi.
I need to BRB right now.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Let's them later.
Okay. Lula.
No.
After your hot, intense session of lovemaking with your sire, she falls asleep that night, but you're still awakened, as you can hear the ghouls conversating among each other, talking about politics, talking about what they are going to do. You hear the group of gangrels arriving soon after. What will you do? Lola?
Try to wake up my sire.
She slowly wakes up as she hears the conversation, and you notice her taking her time to dress up. But what do you do?
Smack her.
I try to
She already
get her
did.
to hurry up.
Okay. Will you join the others for the evening's talk?
What?
Will you join the others in conversation?
No.
No, you're afraid of participating in the war, are you?
Maybe, yeah.
As the rest are talking, roll perception, Lula. You're still waking up. You're still, you still feel weird about what happened. Sex didn't give you the pleasure it used to, but the drinking of blood, oh god, oh baby. No, drinking blood is more powerful than sex now. So, you're gonna hear the group of gangrels arriving, Beckett leading the way, saying to Asmodeus, "We might have our entrance." What do you mean? Somebody gave us an invitation to the prince's meeting at his home. I see. And when is going to be this event? In about a week. Interesting. So, Fiorella did some work for us, and she figured out what are the buildings we were restricted from. And those are political interest buildings. Do elaborate. Blood houses. How so? Places to find people who are easy to miss, to go missing. Places that the prince has put his political favor into it or his influence. So it will be a shame for him to lose those places, wouldn't you agree, people? So basically, who wants to set buildings on fire? Do you see that Beckett gives a sigh, telling you guys that he's a lover, not a fighter? But he will allow the rest to do that, while he and the ganglers explore the catacombs to see if they can find other routes to the princess palace. I mean, to the princess manor. What do you guys do?
Who's you guys?
Is me.
You can hear that, Lula. You can hear. Do you hear that also, AT? That seems to be the plan right now.
Wait, so
You can also hear that, Breach.
I'm hearing what?
What's Beckett saying? The thing about the political buildings or buildings where.
He wants to know who wants to burn shit?
Yeah, he wants to know how to designate teams to slowly go cutting the fingers of the prince.
Shit, I'm down, suit me up.
What?
I asked my lady love where she keeps her weapons.
The Nosferatus hand you the weapons again. The battle axe that you asked and the crossbow.
I'll take them both.
Okay. What about you, Breach? Will you join them in battle?
I think he said he gotta go, didn't he? Or is it me? Confused.
Okay, Kurumi said he had something to do, but no, I think Breach had to go. Yeah.
So he going and go sleep.
Apparently.
Sleep, nigga.
Okay, he goes to sleep. He declares himself to read, to understand better the better ways of the magic. So, what are you guys going to do?
I'm gonna fucking catch myself on fire and run around in the middle of the street till I die.
You're going to what?
No.
You said
No.
that so seriously. I was so
I know, yeah.
I'm gonna kill off my character right now.
I'm gonna try and see what else the prince has ties to.
Okay, how do you want to try to figure that out?
I don't even know how I'm gonna set fires. I'm allergic to this shit.
I'm going to seduce people.
For information?
Titties
Yeah.
and shit. Fuck yeah.
You go out to the street. Roll charisma or manipulation, whichever is higher.
Also, I still have my letter, don't I? I didn't hand it to the...
No, but no, you still have it.
Okay. I was actually...
Charisma or manipulation. Okay.
Hey, John, sweetheart. John, I have, like, this back pain. You should totally, like, rub my back.
Okay,
Dab.
Lula. Okay, you start doing your old work to gather information. During that night, you've been with, let's see how many clients. And how many are... You had 2 clients tonight, but one apparently might be influenced by him. He tells you very quickly that he works in a orphanary, okay, on a home for wayward children, and he mentioned that sometimes one or other children go missing, but that's normal.
Like, regular kids or, like,
Regular kids.
less than favorable children, like black kids?
A little bit of everything, you racist. No, regular kids. Any kid that runs away from home sometimes ends up there, and sometimes they go missing.
Oh. Blind kids.
What do you do, Bunny? After wrapping up with your client. It doesn't do anything for you because remember you don't have any emotional like ties to them. So it's like, okay, you finish? Okay.
I go to the... Is there any way for me to get into the kitchen?
Of that place?
Mm-hmm.
Stealthy.
I don't have any stealth, but I can go invisible.
I mean, she's a woman. Shouldn't she just be able to just appear in the kitchen?
Oh my god.
18, your character explodes.
Your character explodes. Go start a new one.
Yeah. Okay. You head to the building. It's pretty late at night. It must be like 2 a.m. in the morning. Roll perception if you like.
Okay, I will then. Oh Jesus!
It's a large building, about 4 floors high, in the middle of the street. There's a couple of torches lighting the place. Outside, you see a couple of bargains pressing against the wall, asking for money. What do you do?
I explore. Without getting caught by the guards, of course.
Okay. Roll perception.
If I okay.
You start walking around the building and you notice that in the back it has a place to bring carriages. You notice a group of 4 people, one on the carriage, and 2 cloaked figures, taking a girl and a boy. The girl must be about 6, the boy must be about 10. You see them asleep as they put them inside of the cart. They shackle them as the cart suddenly starts fleeing away. The guards don't notice you. What do you do?
I narrow my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And keep what I saw in mind whilst continuing to explore.
Okay. You notice that every single window on the second floor upwards it has bars in them. What do you do?
I feel the sturdiness of the bars.
They're pretty sturdy.
I think to myself, nobody's gonna get through these, so we're gonna have to go from underground or enter through the main doors.
Mm-hmm. The place is closed down because it's nighttime. What do you do?
But what is closed down?
The place, because it's nighttime. Kids are mostly asleep.
I use what's where the one where I can see people's auras.
Auspex.
Yeah, I wander the castle with Auspex to see if I can find any interesting auras.
You start looking around it, and sometimes you can see humans. I mean, you start looking around and you see one of the bargains, one of the people with asking for money. He has a weird aura, a slightly pale aura. Hold on, let me. The other guys who work there have pink, gray auras as well, like him. Okay. The only time you have seen such an aura was when you saw that girl who had sparkles all over her. Okay. I mean, you look through the window, and you notice that most children here have a little bit of a white aura. Some others have red auras. Most of them have light green. Some of them have dark blue. Some others silver. And most of the grown-up kids, their auras is purple. What do you do?
I follow one of the people with a dark blue aura.
Okay, dark blue. You see one of the guards. You see one of the guards of the place. He's walking through one of the corners of the city, where there's two city guards dragging a child in shackles. The child is crying, looking down into the ground floors. The man paced the guards as they give him the shackles of the children, and he drags him back to that house. What do you do?
I follow them.
You follow them. You see them that they get the kid inside. What will you do?
Peek in through a window.
You peek through the window and you don't see him. They might have taken him to the other level of the house.
I use my slight invisibility, and I walk in, close the door behind me, and wait for the guard to come back up.
Alright. A couple of minutes pass and you see the guard walking out, opening the door, as he walks out for a couple of minutes. I mean, leaving the door slightly open for him to go inside. You walk inside the place, and the place is very dim lighted. There's no light. There's no natural lights. He has a long staircase. The kitchen is a mess. There's a small room. There's rooms for the grown-ups, but you see the adults that work here. They have very large weapons. There's a staircase going downwards even. What do you do?
I go down the staircase.
You go down the staircase, and you get to a cellar. In the walls, you notice fingernails. Like they were the broken fingernails, traces of blood, on a wooden door in front of you. What do you do?
Keyhole in the door. I try to peek through the keyhole.
Roll perception.
Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the police.
You can't see, the place is very dark, but you notice some figures, some wooden figures, the figures of chains. What do you do?
I figured it would be harmless walking in, so I opened the door.
Roll courage. I mean, roll self-control.
Uh-oh. I don't have any.
You have at least 1 point of self-control.
I know, I just...
But, like, that's it.
Roll.
That's it.
She burns up into a ball of flame.
No. Every object here has a story. If you were able to smell, if you could only feel the smell in here. You see shackles, you see whips still covered in dry blood, you see brandishing objects with the symbols of the prince and his court. You see a figure where you can lay somebody with a leg spread against their will. You can see nails, scissors, every kind of tortured object. How many bodies have entered here and how many have left broken? In different ways, different possible ways. And and for 1 second, you feel something warm coming from your eye. You touch it and it's a human tear. You don't know if it's for pity, for rage, or for compassion. You have endured some rough shit while being when you were human, but no child should ever go through something like this. And then you think about, then you start thinking about the place, and you see another ladder going to a lower room, and that's what scares you the most. Not what will you find, but rather which kind of monster would do something like this. What do you do? Bonnie?
I sit there shocked.
Do you want to go downstairs?
Because curiosity killed the cat, yeah, I do.
You start walking
Go downstairs.
You start walking downstairs. As you arrive to a dark room, to a large dark wooden door, where the symbol is the symbol of it's a weird construction, it's a weird logo. It's hard for you to tell what it's made of. You open it, and the room where you were before is nothing compared to this place. You see a large catacomb. You see things moving through the shadows. Some things look at you. Some others cry in human wails. You can hear the screams of hundreds of babies coming together, gasping for air or for something that they could feel, anything like water or hunger. You start looking around, and the place is completely dim lighted. And then you realize this: the legends are true. The first thing you notice is a miserable creature crawling towards you. His eyes are completely black. He must be the size. He is very small. You could carry it in your arm. As you see the baby, that's the first thing you think about. But then you notice his proportions. His arms are incredibly long, covered with black eyes. His mouth opens in several ways as he cries. His nose is missing, but you notice how he's grafted to another child. The secondary child, almost like a centipede, moving as his secondary mouth opens outwards. You notice how his little mouth is made of hundreds of teeth, almost like some kind of lamprey, as the creature crawls and wails in pain and misery, moving away from you as he's scared of you. In some other rooms, you can perfectly see paintings made of human flesh and bone. You can see that the paintings are still moving. They are paintings of children playing, but they are scared and they cannot move, for they are now one with the painting, one with a tapestry of blood and pain and misery. You can see other rooms where you notice children mixed up into large creatures who only cry constantly out of misery, as they see their misshapen bones, as some of the voices speak at the same time, telling them each other to not to cry, kill us please. Why? While some of the voices scream mommy. And you are there. You are in the middle of a Simishi's hobby room. What will you do?
I fall to my knees in shock.
Anything else you want to do?
No.
You see this baby-looking creature moving closer towards you, serpenting, moving almost like a snake. You see as he's trying to bite you, but you don't know why. He's not a vampire. Not that you know of. The large golem being looks at you as the voices start whispering, "We must protect the master." What do you do?
I get up and start backing away.
You start backing away, you close the door, you put the bars, you can hear the creatures rattling against their cages, crying and shouting as you start going up the staircase. The second floor, you go there to the chamber covered in blood and the smell of things. You close the door and the children are still asleep. The guards are not in there or inside. Sometimes you can hear footsteps on the second floor. You can hear the guards passing around from place to place. And on top of the counter, you can see a large book. What do you do?
I tilt my head, going over to examine the book before eventually getting out of there because I'm terrified.
Do you take the book with you?
Yes.
You grab the book. It's very big, and you run away from there. The guards don't notice you as you quickly move. You are too terrified of that place. Do you go back to the HQ, to the Nosferatu's house?
Yeah.
As you go back, the rest are thinking most of the members of the Low clan send everybody to do reconnaissance in the places. You arrive, dude. If you're very pale, you could even be more paler right now.
Mm-hmm.
Your sire is talking to Asmodeus, asking if he has seen you. As soon as he sees you, she starts walking towards you, not angry, but worried. She just embraces you tightly as you hold the book, looking at the emptiness. Do you check the contents of the book while your sire embraces you?
No, I just let her hug me.
You guys, AT and Breach, you see the Malkavian girl, Lula, arriving as she looks terrified, holding a large book, a dark, gleaming book. What do you guys do?
Well, I'm just gonna see what she does.
Roll perception, guys, to notice something in the book, because it was pretty dark when you escaped from there.
Sound of the police.
Hold on. This, the book is marked with veins. It palpitates slightly. Do you drop the book, Lula, or you're too focused on your sire?
I dropped the book.
As soon as you drop it, the book opens.
I know, right?
And you notice that the book is made of flesh that's still alive.
That is not alright.
Do you?
I scream and hug my sire.
She just
tightly.
hugs you. She doesn't let you go, telling you that it's okay. It's okay. She looks at both of you through her mask as Modius gets closer to grab the book. She quickly opens the book with his long claws as he starts looking the insides of it, looking at you and going like, "The prince is sick." The sire moves in closer to talk to Asmodeus as he whispers something to your sire. Your sire looks at you. Roll perception plus empathy. Lula.
Why?
Roll. Perception plus empathy.
Sorry, I didn't know how much empathy I had.
She lies to you, but you don't know why. She is looking into your eyes through her mask, and she's lying to you when she says, "It's getting late, my love. We should go to sleep. Trust me." She grabs your hand and she takes you to her bedroom for you to step away from that fucking book and its contents. What do you do? Do you follow her? Or do you want to see what's inside the book?
I am done with fucked up shit for today, so I'm gonna go with her.
Okay, you are going to... Basically, she sits down in the bed and she wraps her arm around you, trying to make you feel safe, telling you that the worst is over. AT, you and the Nosferatus, Beckett, Fiorella, and the gang and Barbados, next to a few of the Nosferatus and members of the Resistance, check the book.
I don't want to take the book.
You don't want to see what's inside of it?
Fuck no, dude.
Okay.
Character who does.
Breach!
Beckett wants to see.
You walk away as Fiorella gives a quick look at it, and she just walks away, not disgust, like holy shit, like she hasn't seen the eyes of the devil. She has seen and read in detail his perversions. The Nosferatu reads it, and he's not amused by it. Beckett is not amused, but he's angry. Barbados just looks at the book, closes it, and looks at you going, "We need to burn this place to the ground." What about the children? Somebody asks. There's nothing but silence. Some of the vampires think it's better to get them out of their misery. Some others say, yeah, some say that they can start a fire and get them out of their misery. Some of the bumpers say that the book, the most light-hearted thing that book had, the less disturbing thing was that they pick victims because of their blood types or because of their characteristics for certain adventures that are within the courts of the prince. That's even too much for some of the Nosferatus. Asmodeus doesn't care really. He's like cattle is cattle. I only care about destroying what the prince wants, what the prince feeds off, what the prince makes, what makes him stronger. That's all I care about. Beckett says, but they're human. And Barbados is just like, we're going to destroy this place. We'll figure out what about the children. Fiorella just walks away and she grabs her own shoulders, looking down at the ground. Almost like she had experiences with that kind of subjects. What do you guys want to do?
I wanna just kind of chill and watch what everybody else does.
Everybody is tense because of this. As the scouts arrive from every clan, some of them have found libraries of knowledge, some others have found buildings that hold documents to properties. Some others have found also other orphanage like these. What will you guys do? Will you take the law on your own hands? Or will you allow the humans to know about this? Okay, Bridge is voting for the humans. What do you think, AT?
Do I want to take law into my own hands? Not really. Do I want people to find out? Not exactly. So, can I take a neutral way out and just kind of...
Ignore it? Yeah.
No, not ignore it, but what's Beckett doing?
Beckett is thinking about what to do.
Where's
He's-
Fiorella?
Fiorella is... This brings her bad memories. Let's leave it to that.
Where's she at?
She's a couple of steps away from the table, just turning her back to the table.
I'm just gonna sit with her, try to comfort her or something.
She's just looking at the ground for one moment or two, not saying anything. She's taking heavy breaths, spending blood to actually breathe. What about you? Oh, John, you haven't figured out, but once you figure it out, oh baby. Barbados thinks about it for a moment. I have an idea. There's something we could do. The others. It's not the best thing we can do, but it's better than doing nothing. He walks towards Igor. I mean the Nosferatu ghoul, and he asks him something. An hour or so later, it's getting near dawn. Another human arrives. Barbados talks to the human to a side, and he offers a bit of coin to the human, a bit of his own blood, and he hands him the book. The human just nods. Barbados sits down at the large table looking thoughtful and only saying, all we can do now is wait. We should go to
Wait,
sleep.
is this book getting sent to me?
Is there anything I can do to help my sire out?
For now, only comfort her.
Cool.
Thimishis tend to do experiments with humans. That's normal. But sometimes too much is too much. Enough is enough. Vampires who it's normal to see Shimishis creating monsters of every kind. It's normal. It's not normal when they take children. That's even too much for... Some Shimishi might even consider it too much. Because even the cattle must grow. That's the way they see it. And the way the Ventrus used to run blood, for some it might be way too much. Who goes to sleep that day because it's getting near dawn?
I'm probably just gonna snuggle up to my sire and fall asleep. Because I don't want her to die.
Alright.
Plus, like, she's never talked to me, so it'd kind of be cool to, like, get on her good side or whatever. I don't want to fuck her or nothing. I just want to make sure all my bases are covered.
It's okay. Hold on. Hold on, let me... somebody said something to me in my personal messages. But all I'm gonna say is... you might laugh, but I'm gonna look for the cover of one of the books of Shimishi. I mean, okay, here it is. Oh god. Guys, hold on. Okay, here we go. Number 1. Hold on. Do you like your horse?
Whose horse? Who are you talking
That
to?
horse.
Yeah, but whose horse is it?
It's just an idea, dude.
Oh.
This is from the Shimishi clan book, okay? Hold on. God damn it, hold on. Shit. Hold on, who's in line? Okay. Okay. Let me look for the image of the Shimishi clan book. Okay, here it is. Guys, lady.
Yeah.
This is the cover of the Shimishi clan book. Hold on. Is she cute? Is she cute?
No.
He's alright.
Will you do her?
Nah.
It looks like she has 4 boobies.
That's her ribs. This is the back cover of the Shimishi clan book. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, here we go. You're gonna laugh, but this is the back cover of that book, depicting that woman.
Does that have a juber?
With eyes and teeth.
Oh. What the fuck?
Yep.
I'm just going to scroll up so I don't have to look at that.
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
With Shimishi? Well, they have a lot of time, they don't care about humans, and they can manipulate flesh.
I can't tell if there's a spider trying to crawl on my leg. What?
Who likes kittens?
Oh. Kittens for me, god damn it.
He's gonna show a kitten with a vagina and teeth.
No, 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 no. That's a kitty without a skin. That's a Shimishi's kitty. Any questions?
I prefer my pussy's not bleeding, but
I prefer my pussies alive and not being a fucking monster out of nightmares. Thank you. But yeah, what
I'm just
part?
watching this on the stream as well.
Yeah, but well, Simishis are fucking evil. Okay, I repeat, Simishis are fucking evil. Okay, what the hell is this? Oh. Okay, repeat after me. Simishis are fucking evil.
Mishies are fucking evil.
How evil are they?
Oh,
Don't.
this is such a Vikos. This is. Hold on.
I love you, John.
Guys,
Challenge him.
I'm gonna say, remember, Sasha Vikos considers herself beyond humanity. This is one of her war forms. That's Sasha.
Looks like my ex-girlfriend.
She has a dick. And also those are not piercing, that's blood.
So are we done with the roleplay tonight, or what?
Do you guys want to continue, or do you guys want to... It's up to you guys.
I want to see where this book is going.
I really want to kill this prince because, like, you know, I'm tired of playing this story.
Wait, you're tired of playing this story in what sense?
Well, we haven't really made any progress with the prince.
I mean, you know about about the places where he has influence. If you burn them, the guy's gonna be pissed off, and he's gonna lose a lot of power and supporters.
All right.
So in other words, this is a story. Calm down.
Yeah, this is not a dungeon crawl.
I'd like to continue.
What?
I'd like to continue.
The next night, you guys wake up. Every one of you spend 1 blood point. They offered you chicken blood and and animal's blood in order to keep yourself alive.
Do I get Chupacabra now?
Not yet. As you wake up, some of the gangrel, some of the Nosferatus who woke up early are laughing and celebrating. Your sire, Bunny, is not with you in the bed. As you go to the main rooms of the bathhouse. Hello, can you hear me? Bunny, we can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
As you guys head up to the rooms of the bathhouse, you see Asmodeus laughing his ass off. Talking to... Yeah. He looks at you, Bunny, and he bows towards you. They tell you that the book was sent to the local guardsmen. And the church decided to burn those places to the ground and everyone related to those places. So people are now rioting in the streets. There's a lot of names that are being investigated because of that book. For that, and because there's riots on the streets, tonight's actions will be covered as riots, or as part of the riots. So tonight's violence will be completely hidden and covered. The good news is, apparently one of the vampires, one of the High Clan vampires, was found in relation to this place. His trial to the Inquisition will start in a couple of hours when they set him into fire. When he gets judged by fire. Since Bridge cannot join us, Ian, we can leave it for tonight because tomorrow if I DM there will be riots. So whatever balance you do, No one will be mixed up with the rioting and the looting and all that.
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, you were AFK?
Yeah. Yeah, I just take the trash out and shit.
Okay, basically, Bonnie's book was given to the local authorities, and they shut down that place, and they started to judge every person related to that book and to that place. And one of the leaders of the High Class was found with that book. I mean, his name was found in that book, and he'll be set on fire in a couple of hours. People are rioting the streets because of the contents of that book. So whatever action you do now, humans will believe it's part of the rioting.
Alright.
So you can cover your own wars for now. Alright? Hey guys, I'm gonna call a night for now. I need to study some stuff for tomorrow. The game was pretty hardcore, I know, but are you guys okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give every one of you 3 experience points, but Bonnie, I'm giving you 4.
Make sure you got a book.
I mean, you were able to take down one of the vampires without even punching him in the face.
And I came out unscathed.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're welcome, John.
yeah. I'ma sign out, guys. Take care.
Yep.
Okay?
Later, dude.
See you guys later. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.